Howdy folks, I wanted to walk you through the new feature of ZappyChat's live chat widgets, which is the Outbound Webhook. So now, if you are using the ZappyChat live chat widget, which performs independently of any CRM, can be put on any website, you can now fire an Outbound Webhook anytime a contact is created or anytime a message is sent. So I'm going to show you how to do that with an existing live chat bot right here. In your live chat bot settings, down at the bottom, you now have the ability to add a goal. Currently, the only type is the webhook. That will have the other goals added in here soon enough. And down here, once you click Add Webhook, you can set up an outbound webhook to trigger upon either a contact creation or every message sent. So I'll walk you through how to do that, and I'm going to use Zapier here just because that's the main place that I've used webhooks. But for those of you smarter than me, you might have other uses for webhooks or be able to fire off webhooks to create contacts and automate things into different platforms, different softwares. So I'm just going to name this webhook, and in this first dropdown, if I select once only, it's only going to fire once the contact is created. If I select multiple times, it's going to fire every time the contact sends a message in the live chat widget. So for this example here, I'm going to select once only. Now, next, we need our webhook URL. Like I said, I'm going to use Zapier here. And so I'm going to go into triggers and search for webhook. Obviously, you could do a webhook in Make or Pabbly. You could do a webhook to any sort of open API. Once more, if you're good at that stuff, you're probably smarter than me. But I'm going to set up a catch hook here and go ahead and continue. And it's going to create a URL for me, which is my webhook URL. I'm just going to copy that and paste it over here. And I've got my webhook URL. I can put in a description here if I want. That's just internal. I'm going to ignore that. Since I'm using Zapier, I don't need to put in any headings, though you might need to depending on the API you're trying to interact with. And then it's going to automatically default to a post and to include the name, email, phone, message, and the reply from the AI all within that payload. And so now let me run a quick test, and then I'll show you what we get over in Zapier. Okay, so I just created a new contact by responding in my live chat widget, and when I clicked on test trigger, it brought in my request here. And so you can see it's got the name, it's got the email. On my widget, I currently don't have the phone required, so that's blank, and it's brought in the message and the reply. So from here, if I wanted to, say, add it to a Google Sheet, because you might know sheets are my favorite, I might do something like create a spreadsheet row. Let's see. Yeah, create new row. And I might do something like, well, here, let me choose my account. So I might just populate fields with the email, and this is just a random spreadsheet. So put in the name. I guess it already has a name over here. So instead, I might just take the message that the lead sent and in here put in the reply. And so you can see that you can take this data and do whatever you want with it. This is just a simple example of adding it to a Google Sheet, but you might use Zapier to connect it to a different platform, create a new contact there, trigger off actions there, or you could send it directly to an open API. But this just opens up more adaptability and more usage of your ZappyChat AI live chat widget and how you can connect it and use it to provide more value for your business and for your clients. So give it a try. Let me know what you think and stay tuned for more updates.